Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, a boy named Leo loved to gaze at the night sky. Every evening, he would sit by his window and whisper hello to the moon. One night, the moon seemed to shimmer brighter than ever before. Leo rubbed his eyes, wondering if he was dreaming. Then, to his surprise, the moon spoke in a soft, silvery voice. "Leo," it said, "I have a secret to share with you." Leo's heart raced with excitement as he leaned closer. "The stars and I have been watching you," the moon continued. "We've seen how kind you are to animals and how you help your friends." Leo blushed, feeling proud but also curious. "What's the secret?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. The moon giggled, a sound like tiny bells tinkling in the wind. "Deep inside me, there's a hidden door," it revealed. "It leads to a magical garden where dreams grow like flowers." Leo's eyes whitened with wonder. "Can I visit this garden?" he asked eagerly. The moon nodded, casting a beam of light toward Leo's bed. "Close your eyes and hold this moonbeam tight," it instructed. Leo squeezed his eyes shut and clutched the glowing strand. Suddenly, he felt lighter than air, as if he were floating. When he opened his eyes, he stood in a shimmering silver garden. Glowing flowers swayed in a gentle breeze, their petals twinkling like stars. Tiny fireflies danced around him, forming shapes of animals and castles. Leo laughed, spinning in circles beneath a sky filled with swirling colors. Then, a small rabbit with fur like snow hopped toward him. "Welcome, Leo," the rabbit said with a bow. "This is the Garden of Dreams, where wishes come to life." Leo knelt down, gently petting the rabbit's soft ears. "How do I make a wish?" he asked. The rabbit smiled and pointed to a glowing pond. "Whisper your wish to the water," it explained. Leo tiptoed to the pond and saw his reflection shimmering. He closed his eyes and wished for his village to always be happy. The water sparkled, and a tiny star floated up into the sky. The moon's voice echoed around him. "Your wish is now a dream seed," it said. "Every night, it will bloom and spread joy to the world." Leo felt warmth fill his heart. "Thank you," he whispered, looking up at the moon. The rabbit nudged his hand gently. "It's time to go back now," it said. Leo nodded, though he wished he could stay longer. He closed his eyes and felt the moonbeam tug him home. When he opened them again, he was snug in his bed. The moon winked at him from the sky. "Sweet dreams, Leo," it whispered. Leo smiled, feeling sleepy and content. As he drifted off, he knew his wish was already growing. And in the Garden of Dreams, a new flower bloomed. Once upon a time, in a sky filled with twinkling lights, there was a tiny star named Twinkle. Twinkle was smaller than all the other stars, but her heart was full of curiosity. Every night, she watched the world below, wondering what it would be like to visit. One evening, she decided she couldn't just watch anymore, she wanted to explore. With a deep breath, Twinkle leapt from her spot in the sky. She tumbled through the clouds, giggling as the wind tickled her edges. Below her, the earth grew bigger and bigger, a world of colors and wonders. Twinkle landed softly in a meadow, surrounded by tall grass and flowers. The moon shone above, casting a gentle glow on everything around her. A firefly buzzed by, its tiny light flickering like a friend saying hello. "Hello!" Twinkle called out, her voice as bright as her glow. The firefly stopped and hovered near her, its wings humming softly. "You're not from here, are you?" the firefly asked. Twinkle shook her head. "I'm a little star who wanted to see the world." The firefly smiled. "Then let me show you around." Together, they fluttered through the meadow, past trees and over a babbling brook. Twinkle marveled at how the water sparkled under the moonlight. A frog croaked from a lily pad, welcoming her to the pond. Twinkle giggled as the frog leapt into the water with a splash. Next, they met a family of rabbits, their noses twitching in curiosity. The littlest bunny hopped closer, its ears flopping with excitement. "Are you really a star?" the bunny asked, eyes wide. Twinkle nodded and twinkled a little brighter, making the bunny gasp. The firefly led her to a hill where they could see the entire valley. From there, Twinkle saw villages, rivers, and forests stretching far and wide. She felt a tug in her heart, she missed her home in the sky. "I think it's time for me to go back," she whispered. The firefly nodded understandingly. "You'll always be welcome here." With one last look at the beautiful world, Twinkle began to float upward. The wind carried her gently, back toward the twinkling sky. As she reached her place among the stars, her family shimmered with joy. "We missed you," they chimed in unison. Twinkle smiled, her glow warm and content. She had seen the world, but there was no place like home. From that night on, Twinkle shone even brighter, her light filled with stories. And down below, the firefly and the bunny would sometimes look up and wave. Twinkle would twinkle back, a silent. Once upon a time, in a land far away, there was a magical place called Dreamland. Every night, when children closed their eyes, they would visit this wonderful world. In Dreamland, the sky was filled with twinkling stars that sang lullabies. The trees were made of candy, and their leaves rustled like sweet whispers. A little boy named Leo loved going to Dreamland more than anything else. One night, as he drifted off to sleep, he found himself standing in a field of glowing flowers. The flowers shimmered in every color of the rainbow, lighting up the path ahead. Leo followed the path, his bare feet tickled by the soft grass beneath him. Soon, he came across a friendly rabbit wearing a tiny waistcoat. The rabbit bowed and said, "Welcome, Leo. Are you ready for an adventure?" Leo nodded excitedly, and the rabbit hopped ahead, leading the way. They walked through a forest where the trees swayed in time to a silent melody. Fireflies danced around them, leaving trails of golden light in the air. Suddenly, a bridge made of clouds appeared, stretching over a sparkling river. Leo hesitated, but the rabbit assured him it was safe to cross. Step by step, Leo walked across the fluffy bridge, giggling as it bounced beneath him. On the other side, they found a castle made entirely of bubbles. The bubbles shimmered and floated, never popping no matter how close Leo got. A gentle voice from inside the castle called, "Come in, Leo. We've been waiting for you." Leo stepped inside and found a room filled with floating storybooks. Each book opened to reveal a new world, waiting to be explored. Leo reached for one, and in an instant, he was standing on a pirate ship. The crew, a group of colorful parrots, welcomed him aboard with cheerful squawks. They sailed across a sea of vanilla pudding, under a sky of cotton candy clouds. Leo laughed as he tasted the sweet sea spray on his lips. After their voyage, the parrots dropped him back at the bubble castle. Next, Leo opened a book that took him to a land of giant marshmallow mountains. He climbed to the top, where a dragon made of licorice waited for him. The dragon blew rings of chocolate smoke and offered Leo a ride on its back. Together, they soared through the sky, past candy cane towers and gumdrop villages. When Leo returned to the castle, he felt tired but happy. The gentle voice whispered, "It's time to rest now, little adventurer." Leo curled up on a fluffy pillow made of moonbeams. The stars above hummed a soft lullaby, and his eyes grew heavy. With a yawn, Leo whispered, "Good night, Dreamland." And just like that, he was back in his cozy bed, snug under his blankets. The sun peeked through his window, and Leo smiled, remembering his wonderful journey. He couldn't wait to close his eyes again and return to Dreamland tonight. For in that magical place,